So now we are actually digging the hole for, well, the trench for that little pad of foundation. That's my armoured cable down to the workshop. I've disconnected it at the consumer unit, so it's all safe. But we're going to gently lift it out. Also, I don't know if you can see, we're actually nibbling back some space. Where all that bamboo is, I spoke with my neighbour, he came round, you know, we had a look at it. It's actually pushed the boundary this way. So we're straightening that up, we're re-establishing it. You see the boundary was established there and it's just been pushed this way. About 150 mil almost, all that bamboo. So, yeah. So when my neighbour came round, he said, oh, you may find a little cedar wall in there. Well, that is that wall there. That is the original boundary line. And all of this soil here that's been kind of grown and heaved up over the years, it's actually pushed the boundary this way. The fence was originally sat there, but that bamboo is so strong that it's moved the concrete, pushed the whole concrete over 150 mil. So we're just re-establishing that now. Right, we're doing our test hole, as you know. And we've obviously got the drains to consider. So the sewer pipe runs across the back here all the way down. So we're just carefully excavating now. Now that's the old fence post from where the boundary was. Then the ground moved it and they had to put a new one in. Structural engineer has said go down a minimum of 1 metre, 600 wide. We're going down 1.2 just so that we are really safe and solid. We don't want any issues. Don't want the building inspector coming and saying no, it's not good enough. So we've gone down 1.2 the whole way across that pad. Just finishing digging that out now. A lot of soil. A couple of little frogs down there. We've had so much rain recently, it's madness. Yeah, we have. So now we're back with the dumper truck. This will help us shift and clear all of the crap. So we've got a big grab lorry, the first big grab lorry coming in an hour or so. So we're just literally clearing a load of this rubble. All of this, we're just going to clear as much of it as we can up to the front, fill up the grab lorry with the first load, and then we'll probably do another couple over the next couple of days, another 1 or 2 grab lorries after that. Everyone comes at once. Perfect. Yeah. So we got this here. Clearing all this. I've just seen that the building inspector has just pulled up, has parked up as well. So it's all going at once. It's all right. I'm just going to stay out of the way, to be honest. and take timber. Big old mouthfuls of the stuff, look at that. That is tons. Alright, and that's all now cleared off the front here. Building inspector is very happy indeed with all the bits that we've done, which is really good. We've gone down 1.2, it was only specified a metre. He was very happy with that. And none of the trees are causing us any issues. We checked on the regs for that eucalyptus and for the Norwegian spruce and the cherry tree, and they are sufficiently far enough away that we don't need to dig any further down than we already have. So what we'll be doing, so today's Monday, we're going to be pouring the concrete on Wednesday, so we're going to pump this out just before we pour the concrete in there. Pump that out, that'll be fine. Just going to clear some more of this down, and we'll be sorting out there's a manhole just there. We're going to be sorting out that as well. So it's good. Right, I'm off site this morning. I've got to go and do a couple of jobs. So all I've done is I've just spray painted out exactly where that pad is going. We've done the other two, and they line up nice. They're going to fatten it up a little bit. They're going to give me a bit of extra width and a bit of extra length, just so that we're covered. But that is the rough dimension. Obviously it's not going to wander that way, it'll be square. They know that. It's just a quick visual layout. So I'll be back in a few hours and we'll see what we can see. So we've got the ready mix concrete that's just arrived. We're still just digging out here, just getting things ready. I'll be going in very soon. I managed to get back a little bit earlier from my appointment. Alright, so we've scraped out the worst. There was a little bit of kind of backfill that had fallen in, but now we're going to be chucking it in. See, the aggregate comes in dry, gets mixed with some water, gets churned up, spat out the bottom here. So we're just adjusting how wet the mix is based on the hole down there, just to make sure it's not too wet, because there's a bit of high table, water table here. So we're just adjusting it. So we've adjusted the mix a little bit. We wanted it drier, then it got a little too dry, so it got stuck, so it's fine. So a lot of this water will actually end up rising to the surface and running off. And we'll just be left with the concrete underneath it. This little guy was in the concrete. Go on, mate, into the pond. Perfect for him. Good little save that was. So this is the other hole here. Another nice clean trench, down to 1.2. And what we're going to do, this one can swing over, dump straight in there. With this one we'll bucket it in, we'll scoop it in. Nice and easy. See, look what we're doing. It's pretty clever. Filling this one up and then bucketing it over. Now that we're happy with the wetness of the mix, obviously all that water there is just going to get sloshed out. The actual concrete itself is perfectly good, so we can just tip that over from one to the other. So we've sped up that now. That's pumping out nice and quick. See, that mix has thickened up loads now. All the cement water has run off. Scooping it over this way. So that one's done. That one's done. Although we're going to be sorting that one out a little bit. One left to do on these little pads. So that is looking lovely. It's all poured and tamped down. Starting to look like the Battle of the Somme here now. That's all graded, all been graded off. Tamped down. We've got a nice channel here that'll allow us to run our nylon beams across. Once it's all set up, we'll open that one up a little bit more. This is all getting cleared down now, so we've got enough space and height here. We need 500 between the finished floor height and the ground. So yeah, it's coming down nicely. That trench is there, so I can pocket the nylon beams into the wall down there. Now this is our manhole. That manhole under there will be moved over to this side when we redo the drains tomorrow. Just filming from upstairs because you get a slightly better view of the site. That over there is a beautiful poured bit of concrete, and they've tamped it down really nicely. These other ones are perfectly good, but there's quite a lot of water on the top, but it's curing pretty quickly anyway because it's quite warm today. And the mix, they dried out the mix in the end as well. They basically put a whole load of dry cement in there and then filled it up. But sadly I had to go and visit another site. But yeah, they basically did that on that one there, and then this one over here as well. So it's really good concrete. Now, when you're doing pads like this, it's easy to get concerned about the levels and whether or not that one on the right is level with that one on the left, which is level with that one in the middle. You actually don't need to worry about it on this system, which is really clever, because we've got these nylon beams that span across and sit, you know, the right hand will have a beam sitting on that bit over there and a beam sitting on that bit over there in that trench. What we do is we actually just make up the level on the nylon beam using the mortar that the beam sits on. So it's actually a really clever system. And again, here I'm going to pocket it into the wall of the house here, so that there where it pockets into the house will be my datum, and I'll level it across here. Now at that point you do need to get it level. You need to make sure that each of those nylon beams is level. Otherwise, well, I suppose it's not, again, not crucial, because the bricky can use their mortar, because they then put engineering brick on it to get it up to damp-proof membrane. They can work that out, you know, on their brick levels to get it all level across. But there's not a major amount of concern at this stage about whether or not these bits are level to one another, because we can make it up in the mortar. It'll only be a little bit anyway. I mean, the ground is fairly level across the back of the house, so it's not too bad. Even animals are interested in this, in concrete. Shouldn't make too much difference. Hopefully it won't burn her paws though, the cement. That's our little leopard.